What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Man, how y'all doing on this good old Wednesday night, y'all? Man, coming back on here. Started back off last week when I was talking about why is women more confident than men. But yeah, we got a whole different title today. We got something else stuff to talk about today. Whoever on now, you can see it on the screen, but I'm gonna get into that in a minute though. But yeah, y'all, and I come on here today, man, to chop it up. Man, I don't know how y'all going out here. Up here in Buffalo, New York, we got a whole bunch of snow and everything. I hope everybody that's out there made it home safely. It's a lot of people who didn't, so I just hope everybody kept themselves safe and everything. Hope everybody power is back up and running now. That power went out and everything like that though, because man, it was a rough blizzard of 2022. With this one, a lot of people saying I wasn't born in '77 yet, but a lot of people saying this one was rougher than the '77 blizzard. But yeah, y'all. But I ain't gonna spend too long talking about that. I just had to talk about it a little bit though. But yeah, y'all already know what it is. We're gonna talk about them 4 steps of self improvement though. Everybody needs self improvement. I still need it. I might coach self improvement, but I need a lot of it still. But at the same time, I'm working on it though. So that's the main thing. And I have self improved a lot, but I still got a lot more to do though, because it's a never ending process. So I'm always gonna talk about these 4 steps right here. But let me move this banner real quick. All right, 4 steps of self improvement, awareness. Well, since the title today is when the best time to take a relationship serious in your lifetime, well, first I'm gonna say this: be aware, like you will establish yourself first, and you're aware that you ready, that you got yourself together, that you a good version of yourself, that you not the worst version of yourself when you was like 5 years ago. Just be aware that you improve, that you ready for that time of your life, and two, problem solve. Well, I'm gonna use a different example since I gave awareness of being ready in your lifetime for it, like when you know you're ready for problem solve. I'm gonna say this on problem solve. Now, problem solve is like, all right, you got in a relationship. See, I'm gonna act like this is your fault. You got in a relationship, but you wasn't ready. So now the girl, she kind of left you because you was unsure about being in a relationship, or you wasn't treating her right, or you wasn't doing the right things in a relationship because you wasn't ready for it. So at the same time, that's why I use the first example. Awareness is like when you for sure yourself, but problem solve is now you're gonna wait till you fix yourself. You're gonna self improve on yourself, and then you're going and then I'm like going back to the first one with awareness, when I said aware when you is ready and fully established. Now you're gonna wait till you fully established and everything, and then you're gonna hop on. Now fix the problem is you already figure out what you need to do now. Now fixing the problem is, all right, I'm gonna wait till I'm fully established. Like I went to awareness on number one. You're gonna wait till you fully established and you're comfortable with yourself, and you know your self value, and knowing that you're gonna date somebody that's like the value that you require for yourself to be, because never date under your value. So now you fix the problem, you know when to date now. And then adapting and improving is like you know what to do now. Don't make the same mistakes and keep on improving, because everybody can improve in every way though. It's nobody perfect. So it's always room for improvement for everybody though. All right, y'all. We about to get into it though. Let me move this overlay off the screen real quick, because we don't need it no longer. Oh yeah. All right, y'all. Let me put a banner up. Yep. As we got it here. When's the best time to take a relationship serious in your life? All right, let me give a quick intro on why I even came up with this topic right here. Because it's times where people is either not healed yet. It's times where people like ain't established themselves yet, like on what they want to be or what they want to do. And it's times where they just pick the wrong person, don't know how to look for red flags and none of that. So you need to be wise and alert and to know where all that's coming up though. But the reason why it goes when to take it serious, because once you know all this, you'll know when the right one is time to come, or you'll know when it's the right time in your life where you could take a relationship serious. So that's why I got this type of title on here though. But I got some good pointers on this though. But if anybody in here looking, you want to join, let me know. I drop that link in the chat though. But I'm gonna wait till somebody want to come on, and I drop it. I'll be gladly drop that link in the chat if anybody want to join this live stream today. But all right, let me get on this joint video topic right here, and let me give an intro on it. Yeah, the intro is because the best time to take a relationship serious in your life is like when you establish yourself, you know what you want and everything like that. And for women, I say is when you don't get your bodies up to men, every man you see, or every man in your DMs and all that. When you not your heart's not broken, because a broken heart with a woman, oh man, that relationship's gonna be hell for the man if he decide to deal with it, and if he don't take accountability himself, he's still wrong though. But all right, let me get into it though. Now, when's the best time to take a relationship serious in your lifetime? Let me start with y'all women real quick. All right, I'm gonna say around for women around the age of 20 to 25. I'm gonna say we don't have to go off these exact numbers, but I'm gonna just say that's their best prime years for marriage wise. Let me explain. All right. Well, I ain't gonna go into teens because you just getting out of high school and stuff like that by then. So, but I'm gonna say, only reason why I'm saying 20 to 25 is because most likely I can't say for every girl out there, but a lot of times if your body count is low, if your heart ain't been broken yet, well, most of the time in them young years it haven't been. So if your heart ain't been broken yet and you ain't been through a lot with men and all that, if you ain't, especially you ain't at that point where you saying men ain't ish and men ain't that and men ain't don't do this and all that, well, when you keep your body count low, that automatically keep you susceptible from saying stuff like that. So let me say this. So the reason why I also say the age of 20 to 25, because think about it, once they get in their 30s and stuff, if they've been by multiple guys and all that, they value go down, they body count high, they attitude towards men is different. They ain't gonna respect them the same and none of that. So that's another reason why I say between I'm gonna say between 20 and 25, but right here I got on actually 26 because I said 25, so 26 is really the age where I would actually stop at. My bad, I didn't mean to say 25, but with a low body count though, like I was saying though, that's where you want to keep it at, because you don't have if you on Instagram shaking behind, responding DMs, going on hookups and all that, you lowering your value on that too, because no man is not going to take you serious, especially if they see that's how you roll on Instagram with your behind out and all that, always going on hookups and all that. So you keep your body count low, it's better for yourself and it keeps your value high as a woman. All right, let me see here. Oh yeah, establish yourself first and love yourself. Like self-love though, like self-love yourself and heal properly. Like, all right, now this is like if you've been in a relationship already, like, and you got out of it with a broken heart, don't go back into another one. You might want to just self-improve, take out time for yourself, self-love yourself. Go read books, take yourself out on dates, accomplish some stuff that you've been wanting to accomplish that you never accomplished before. And just keep going like that. And always just heal yourself first. Make sure before you go into any next future relationships, you don't have the same mindset you had in the past about your last relationship that didn't end well. Make sure you heal, and make sure you don't think of the next man you about to date like you did that you think of the last man who did you wrong, because that's gonna make you think of men not being this and men not being nothing at all costs. But if you heal yourself and have that mindset, okay, the man I choose wasn't that good, but maybe this man, let me give him a chance to see is how much better he is. I just gotta give him a chance and not just assume that he's like the last ex you had. So make sure you definitely just keep yourself healed and stuff, and don't rush into the next relationship keep yourself single for a while so you can focus on yourself and self growth and all that. Because I feel like everybody should have time to themselves sometime to figure themselves out, see what they need to heal on. Because you know yourself better than anybody else. I don't care if you're around somebody every day, they don't know what's exactly going in your mind. I mean, you got to tell them what's going in your mind, but they can't assume what's going in your mind. So that's why you got to make sure you heal yourself first. Because just like I was saying with your last partner that treated you wrong, you go into a relationship to the next one, you can't assume that all men the same. So you got to basically just know that all men ain't the same, and give that man a chance that you choose to talk to, but don't just go from body to body and body to body just because one hurts your heart and now you go to the next one. You thinking he won't do it right away, but if he see you easily giving it up like that, he is gonna break your heart easily. So that's why you gotta like self love yourself properly and heal properly first. And another thing is this might sting y'all women like this a little bit though, but man, older women, y'all, the older y'all get, the less value I get from marriage. Because I'm gonna say it like this. Because when I went up to here, like this is the best years for women to get married. I think it's from 20 to 26 though. Reason why I say older women, because they heart been broken. Like they've been through bodies and bodies. Like I'm talking about women like especially 40, 50-year-old women. I'm talking about them. They really been through a lot of traumas in life, a lot of stuff that they ain't like that went well in their life. They want to just say that they gonna want you to really come with their A game real hard. Older women gonna nitpick more. I'm talking about the ones like 40s and 50s. They gonna nitpick more. They ain't gonna agree with you a lot of times. They gonna want you to just, especially if you a young man dating an older woman, they gonna want you to cater to them on their own time all the time. They gonna nag more. They more opinionated. So that's why with them older women, you gotta be careful on how you choose to deal with them. Because man, oh man, they're the ones that's the most bitter. They like a glass, they like a broken bottle that's been scraped on the ground. That's once a bottle is broken, you can't put it back together. It's too many broken pieces. Like older women is like broken glass bottle. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm not gonna say all women is like that. And there is some good women out there. But I'm not saying all women are bad, but I'm just saying younger women, they ain't been through traumas or heartbreaks yet. So they are naturally more submissive. And us men, we want a more submissive woman. That's why you see a lot of times when men that's like 50s and they 60s, that's why you see them a lot of times with younger women. And at first, I didn't get it at first either, but now I see it works out on both parties. Because the younger woman with an older man, she feel like he's more established and everything. He can take care of her better. He can provide for her better and everything. Because she feel like he more established his life. He more established in his life because, like which I'm gonna get into, but I feel like the older a man get, the more his value go up, because the more knowledge he get, the more financially established he can get and everything like that. So that's what I'm gonna say about that one. With that's what that's why I was saying with like older men, reason why they like younger women too is like they feel like they more submissive for them. They feel like they have a better time with them, and they just feel like they can lead them better because they more submissive. They can lead them more better and play their man role better because they just feel like they more submissive. That's why I feel like reason why older men that like them like the younger women like that. Now I would say for younger men, your value is not good yet because when you like 19, 20, you still got to learn your stuff. Man, I don't know what they want to be yet until they get damn near 30 because, as men, we got work off of careers and stuff. Women, like the men that got a good career and a good health insurance and good financially stable jobs and everything like that, like high figures, high earning, high value in a man. So at 19, or 20 or 21, they not for sure they stuff yet. So men get more valuable. When I say, I'm gonna say 30 and up for men to be more valuable, because they most likely at 30, you're a little more established. You might know exactly where you want to be, where you want to head in life and all that. And, and you have more money at 30, and most of the time than a man that's 20. So that's why I feel like they more valuable when they get older, because you gain more wisdom, more knowledge, and you know exactly how to maneuver through stuff. Men, we gotta earn our value. Women are born with value. Reason why women are born with value, because of how good they look and everything, and everybody, like, this thing about it like this. Women car broke down or get a flat on the tire, everybody gonna try to pull over and help her. A man, nah, maybe you out of every 10 cars, you might see one that might try to give him a hand. And the society is like that because society taught men that they should know that already. Women don't naturally know that kind of stuff. So that's why society hold it that women going on will get the help when it's needed, because they never been through all that. They not trained for that. I mean, not saying they can't, but naturally that's not their kind of job to do, to work on their car or something like that if it go down. So that's what I'm saying too. Like, women are born with value off their looks and everything. We gotta like, even with the YouTube thing, like, I'm gonna make a YouTube example. For example, women create a YouTube, that joint can go viral like quick, like, cause man, they once they show their face and all that, everybody gonna want to see what they talking about. Especially a lot of men gonna want to subscribe to a woman's YouTube and see what they talking about. And a lot of women is that's what they gain for, to hear another woman talk, so they can see if it relate to them or not. Versus us men, we start a YouTube, we really got to have our factual stuff right. We really got to network good. We really got to have our stuff point on together. We really got to have everything like listed right and really consistent, and really know what we talking about for our value to grow. That's anything. I'm not just saying on YouTube, but I'm just saying the life period. Um, Even the jobs you work, like the heavy duty jobs we work, like, is all list on from men. So that's what I mean. Like, we really gotta earn our value, while women value come naturally, because that's just how the society work though. All right, let me talk about some more stuff. Oh yeah, I talk about men over 30. Oh yeah, have a good space. Now, this goes for both genders right here, men and women. Don't just don't fall in love with somebody over one quality. This goes off like looks. It could go off looks, status, or money. Like, just because your partner got one of them, don't fall in love with this because he look good, but he don't got the most money or nothing like that. Because women, you fall in love with a guy that might look good to you, but don't got the money and all that, you're gonna eventually get tired of providing for that man. You're gonna feel like, man, well, he might look good, but he's not a real man. He never provide for me and all that. Well, you gotta take accountability for yourself, because you never checked them about it, and you allowed it from day one to happen. So you gotta take accountability on yourself. Like, it's your fault. It's not his fault. I mean, it's his fault for being like that and for his own good, but it's your fault for tolerating it for the time you did. Because, put it like this, a woman providing for a man, like paying the bills in the house, she might be okay with it at first, but she gonna come to her senses and say, well, this is not what a man supposed to do. Ain't he supposed to provide for me and take care of the household, and not me doing everything? So think of it like that though. So another thing is, like, yeah, so basically for both genders to feel and feel a good connection with each other before asking for a serious relationship or asking for marriage and everything. Because if you're doing it just for the status, man, that marriage gonna get old quick. Like, say if y'all doing it just because y'all want to feel like, okay, especially for women, because marriage represent for women more than men, which I'm gonna get into that later on the stream. But but don't just do it to say you got a name of your person. Do it for you and everything like that. Hey, Auntie, I see you on the stream though, saying hello. Yeah, I do this every Wednesday. So stop over here anytime on Wednesday. I start at 9 o'clock and everything like that. But anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. But yeah, what I was saying, like make sure like you got a great connection with your partner first. Like make sure y'all connect intellectually, spiritually with each other. Make sure y'all can understand each other. Make sure y'all can relate on each other. Make sure y'all can work together with each other real good. Don't just put on the front just cause maybe your partner, for men, maybe your partner give you good bedroom play, and for women, maybe he provides you good money and all that, but y'all still ain't feeling each other vibe 100%. But y'all talking about marriage still, and wonder why a lot of marriages ain't gonna last because y'all getting these marriages cause you feel y'all got a good moment, one good moment or two good moments with each other. And like before you know it, like within 9 months to a year, y'all saying y'all gonna get married just cause y'all had some good moments with each other. But y'all ain't break everything down with each other. Really, y'all ain't really get real intellectually and really talk about the real life stuff. Y'all just going by what both of y'all liked at the moment, and it kept going and going, and y'all already talking about marriage. People fall in love too quick, and then it get broken because that wasn't a person that was really meant for you though. So you gotta that's why you gotta know yourself well first before you. And that's another thing. Before, when I made the title on when is the best time to take relationships serious in your lifetime, well, actually, before you do that, learn yourself first. Like learn everything about yourself first. Like learn your value first. Learn what you want in a woman, what you don't want in a woman. Learn how you gonna handle certain situations when times get hard in relationships, or if times do get hard on you. How you going to still take care of your woman, or if you have kids. Learn all that first, and then once you know how you would do that, like as a game plan and all that, and then as your value go up, and then worry about a woman later. Like that goes for both genders. Don't stop worrying about trying to get in a relationship when like some of y'all still living with somebody, you don't have your own house yet, but you talking about you want a relationship. Like that's another thing. When don't look for a relationship yet either. When if it's just a lot of baggage going on in your life, or you see it going on in the person's life you thought you had interested in, like your person that you thought you was interested in, right? Have baggage, like they don't even have their kids, or they got a lot of red flags, like they like to do a lot of drugs, or they just their attitude is not right, or they just really delusional and all that. Don't yeah, like even if you're ready for a relationship, but just don't settle for anything just cause you're ready for a relationship. Don't settle for something you don't want, because if you settle for something you don't want, it's gonna get old really quick, really, really quick, and you're gonna regret yourself. You're gonna be mad at yourself. You're gonna be mad at her for no reason, because you chose to let her come in, and you chose to let her come in, and you really didn't want her. So always make sure that's what you want. That's what you want, though. That's another thing for this title. Make sure you know what you want first, though. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna settle for her just because she look good." Man, you settle for her just because she look good, you gonna set yourself up for failure like that, because if you're going off looks, you gonna start damn near simping if you're going for looks. For I'm gonna tell you, for the simple fact of the reason is just because you look good, she might ask you for something. You're gonna give it to her just because you look good. Nah, like her for her personality. Don't just like her for her looks. Okay, looks are attractive, but that's not that's not a personality still. It is attraction on her outside. Like her for what she can bring to you, like her internally. Like, and see, internal love and external. I'm gonna break that down. Internal and external love. External love is on the outside, like, ooh, she look good. I just want to rub up on her, or take her in the bedroom. Nah, but the internal love is when you really match that love. You really can feel that love. You know she down with you, man. She shows you it. That's the best love you want. It's that internal love. So, man, that's how you want to keep it. Yeah, Auntie, oh yeah, I see you say exactly no baggage. Man, yeah, cause baggage, man, I'm telling you, man, like like baggage, like both signs should men and women should look for red flags for the simple fact of the reason is because people come with baggage and a lot of people don't say it though. Like the best thing to do is like in the beginning, have conversations with the person that you thinking about talking to. Ask them like, yeah, like I know no relationship is perfect, but I need to know like what kind of baggage do you bring, and I'm gonna talk about any baggage do I bring because we don't need no surprises as a relationship gets farther on. We would need to know everything up front. Like, yeah, baggage is like the worst thing like ever. Like man, like I can't stand it. Like if you got it, like let the person know up front, and it's up to the person to see if they can work with it or if they want to deal with it or not. And that's the best thing to do with that though. Like, cause man, ooh, because man, especially like for us men, like the baby daddy drama for the girl you talking to, like that's the worst thing ever. Like that have one of them going around that's still jealous is because she don't want you no more and she found a new man. Like man, to me that's some crazy stuff though. Like, but yeah, let me put this banner back up so I can talk a little bit more about this though. But 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 yeah, let me see. But yeah, one of the best times to take relationships serious in your lifetime. Another thing to remember about this is too, like make sure you fully establish yourself first. Like I was saying in the beginning, make sure you self love yourself first because now let me talk about this in a different way. I said that in a banner earlier, but reason why I said self love yourself first, key word is don't love your significant other first, men or women. I'm gonna say this right now. You can love them like right after you, but love yourself first. I don't care who it is. You love anybody before you. You put all their needs before you. Eventually, you're gonna break down and feel bad about yourself. You're gonna feel less valued on yourself. You're not gonna feel the same about yourself. So you gotta always know that love yourself first. So like put yourself first and then put your other significant other or your husband or wife needs after that though. Always make sure you love yourself first though. You can't just you can't take care of nobody loving somebody more than you because you're not gonna feel right about yourself though. And then you gonna have a whole different attitude. You gotta not saying you gotta be selfish, but you gotta love yourself more and you gotta love yourself first though. That's where anybody who whether you're dealing with a family member, friend, or significant other and all that, remember you gotta love yourself first and know your value worth before dating anybody. Now for women, like I was saying, always got to keep your body count at a low rate though, because like I was saying earlier, the more you run that up, that's when everybody gonna look at you silly when you have that attitude. Another thing is women don't come with the attitude that you strong, independent, that don't need a man because once you say stuff like that, you're gonna everybody going if you look good, you might get used for recreational use where they take you in the bedroom and never call you again. So reason why a lot of women might go through that though, if they deal with you deal with a guy and he only take you for recreational use once or twice and never hit you up again, either you was too aggressive outside of your feminine frame, or or you just was too annoying to be around. Like y'all gotta see a thing with y'all women. You gotta make sure y'all want a man to come back. Like, all right, say if he come to your house, make him want to come back. Don't nag or come complain about stuff that you going through in your life and all that. Make him want to come back. Um, for him, he got to open up and tell you like what's his interest or see y'all both like it and work together with it and have fun doing the same things y'all both like doing. See, yeah, woman, you got to make them come back. Like, give them a good massage, or cook him a good meal, and fulfill his needs. You got to make a man come back. See, a lot of reason why a lot of men don't want to hang with women all the time, because I ain't gonna lie, women can be annoying sometimes. Not all women, but I'm just saying, a lot of times they can be annoying because they emotionally driven. They talk about their problems, or they talk about a problem who they got with one of their friends and all that. Like, and then that's like emotionally draining though, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm the type of guy that don't want to hear all that crap. Like, because like, all right, I understand women got a more right to do that because they live on emotions, but at the same time, I can't. I, I got my own stuff to deal with. Like, I don't got time to be hearing problems after problems after problems after problems. It's like, to me, that could turn relationship negative if you hear a because like this goes on both genders. You always hear your partner talking negative, that could definitely turn your relationship to negative, because the more somebody think negative, that's how they all always think, and then they eventually gonna take that same energy out on you, even if it ain't showing right away. So, so that's another thing though. And that's another thing when you meet people, because I said this, like, I think on my very first stream, I could tell in 5 minutes how somebody gonna be when I first meet them, just off their energy. Like, I look for their energy, like if they aggressive right away, or they keeping themselves mild mannered and reserved, is every other word a cuss word coming out their mouth, versus is they talking with sense, or they talking proper with sense, and they know what they talking about, and they logical and making sense. Like, that's what men and women, I can tell in 5 minutes how what type of person you are. I might not know you fully in 5 minutes, but I can tell what type of lifestyle you. I ain't gonna say what type of lifestyle you live, but I can tell what type of personality you have in 5 minutes. I can definitely tell that though. But yeah, I just definitely wanted to chop it up on a lot of these good points. I'm gonna stay on for a little good minute though. But oh yeah, I got another one right here. Both genders definitely need to look for red flags though. Like I did think I talked about a little bit, but let me go a little bit more depth with this though. Both genders need to look for red flags. All right, like I'm gonna use women for example. Like all right, women, like this man. You got, like, you picked up a pretty boy, and you happy that you got him and all that, but you gotta think of the red flags is like he always gone all the time, like, or he tell you he'll be back and maybe come back the next day or sometime the following day, but sometimes you get gullible where you be mad, you be really mad, right? But when he come back, sometimes you soften up, or eventually later on you might ask him, "But where you been?" He might come, he might have a smooth story and all that, like, but you already know he's not loyal to you, but you still want to go farther with him. But that, like I said, accountability come on a person who allowed that behavior to happen. Like, okay, the person might have been wrong who did it too, that behavior, but the accountability also go on the person who allowed that same behavior to go on forever and ever too. So you always got to remember on that though too. So always make sure you hold that person accountable when it's needed, cause, and don't stay in it for a long frame if they ain't gonna change it. Because now you need to be holding yourself accountable, and become your fault, because you already know they got that red flag, but and then you talk to them about it and they don't want to change it. That's another red flag too. That's not a person for you though. So that's another thing. Like, don't be trying to just date somebody just because you feel like you want to be in a relationship, or you don't want to feel lonely. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: I'd rather be a little lonely than not have my peace. My peace is very important. I take peace over loneliness any day. I mean, like, I'd rather have my peace and be a little lonely versus the opposite though. Because some people just feel like they gotta have somebody just because this, so they can say, "Yeah, I'm in a relationship," but knowing damn well it ain't the person you really want, or none of that, just because you want to have that title and everything like that. So that's another thing. Like look for red flags, and like maybe use a good one for men to look for on women. Like, all right, for women, I'm gonna say, yeah, if you see her pattern change and you want to check her phone, and she acting like she don't want to give it up because she knows what's in it and all that. She give you them eyes or give you an attitude, man, you might well just leave that woman. I mean, don't keep forcing the issue. She don't want to give you her phone, but you might want to just leave that situation because deep down inside she knows she doing something she ain't supposed to, or she ain't delete that message out to her phone that she really wanted to delete out the phone, but she might have forgot to delete out the phone. You asked her for the phone, so that's another red flag. You don't want to deal with that woman because all it is going to do is get worse and worse, and you're going to find out a lot more. It's like you setting yourself to get more of a heartbreak if you still tolerate that same behavior and go farther on with it and find out more bigger stuff in the future, or find out more and more. Like, say if you say if you would have stopped it and see she might have had cheated on you with one dude, but if you allow that behavior go on and on, you'll find out she been talking to that same dude for a minute, or got multiple dudes that she was talking to, and you ain't catch on right away, and now you really more heartbroken. I'm talking about something. And then the first thing you gonna think about with us as men, like, I did all this and this for her, and this how she do me. Well, it's your fault because you still chose to deal with that behavior after you caught it, and you still went with it. Just like I'm guilty of it before. Like, that's why it's called self-improve. Like, don't keep making the same mistakes you made, like dealing with the same girl or girl dealing with the same man. You know he's toxic for you. Nah, it's called move on. It's always some out there better, and it's called self-improve on yourself, like I was saying in the beginning. And don't just keep going on relationship. Focus on yourself. Focus on your career, especially for men. Focus on yourself and careers. Like, I'm gonna talk about this real quick. Now, what I might even type this on a banner real quick. Yeah, I gotta type this on the banner real quick. What to do when you do get a heartbreak? How to go about it? Let me type that on the banner real quick because that's a good question. What? Oh, come on, y'all! Don't do this to me on my stream. Get this off me. All right, yeah. I'm about to type it in the stream right now. What? To do in a heartbreak, in a heartbreak. Oh, hold on. I can't spell today. Man. What? All right, what to do in a heartbreak? Like, all right, you got your heart broken. I'm gonna talk about it for men and women. You get your heart broke, man. What to do in a heartbreak, man? For women, since since it's more on the emotional side and they feel it more internally than us. I mean, we feel it too, but they probably feel it more deeply and eternally. For women, get therapy and don't date for a while, like for a good while. Do not date another man for a good while and get therapy, for the simple fact of the reason is because you go through a heartbreak. Your attitude already gonna have that attitude where you're gonna want to take your energy out onto the next person you date. So that's why I said don't date for a while. Get therapy, like, and figure out what the person did wrong, and so you figure out exactly what the person did wrong that you didn't like, and so you can look for the next time you do date, and so you already can talk about that you don't like this and that you don't go for this as a standard. Don't just keep going into the same energy with the same attitude you had before, because it's never gonna work like that, and you're never gonna feel better or anything about yourself like that either, though. So so make sure you always work on yourself with that. Now, for men, make sure y'all always well, like I said, for women, they more emotionally involved. But for men, don't get me wrong, we real territorial about our women. we actually would kill somebody about our women, like we know if a certain dude had her and all that. I think now I'm gonna say this. I think now men probably more emotional with this part, like territorial with the women. Like they would actually kill another dude over their women. Like they'll actually be in jail for it. Like men go to jail about that kind of stuff more. So I think when it comes out of that, like the violence wise over significant others, I definitely say men more emotional. So, in a heartbreak with men, man, go in the gym, man. Tell yourself, all right, I've been through a heartbreak, but I know my value, so I don't gotta stay down about it. I can pick myself back up. I know it's a better girl for me, and eventually in the future. So I'm gonna just focus on myself until that right one come. This ain't the end of the road. That I can still pick myself up and I can still keep moving and grinding hard and learning myself and get my future right. Just think like that, and I guarantee you that heartbreak ain't gonna last long if you just think about all the stuff you got to do, because this is a majority of people. They think about stuff that they want to look at other people do, but they don't ever want to think about the stuff or do the stuff for themselves. Though, don't get me wrong, I got guilties of that too. Like you gotta make sure you always working on yourself. Make sure you always self improving on yourself. Make sure you always want to fix what you know you need to work on yourself. Though, like that's another thing that could help even relationships or friendships or even family ships. Mean more value and better. Like because if you working on yourself, and that other person working on yourself too, it's like y'all can talk to each other better. Y'all can have a better understanding, even if y'all don't disagree. Even if y'all disagree, y'all can have a better understanding because y'all always working on yourself, on yourself, where y'all can understand the other person y'all talking with better. Like, okay, he working on himself, I'm working on myself. We ain't perfect, so we can come to the conclusion and keep it moving and be all right with it instead of holding grudges too. That's another thing of holding grudges come on about too, because nobody want to self improve on himself or look at somebody else when they self improve. So they just go ahead and think they just gonna be like this forever. So they gonna hold grudges because they think that person gonna stay like that forever. So that's why you can't prejudge on nobody on that part though. So always make sure you just keeping yourself up where you know to look for on somebody else too. That's another thing though. But yeah, y'all, man, I'm almost reaching the hour. I'm actually about at 45 minutes. Man, I just wanted to chop it up on this good old Wednesday. Man, it's the end of the year show because man, next week I already got the title ready, but man, I'm gonna come back with the next week title though. I'm gonna post everything up on Facebook because I'm using Facebook joint now for now. But y'all see the banner on the bottom though. I got a YouTube, man. Man, make sure y'all subscribe to it. It's on the bottom. Your Point of View podcast with Keith on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe to that and follow my IG, Your Point of View. Make sure y'all follow that and everything, cause man, I'm about to get really active on these platforms. I'm gonna make sure everybody keep everybody updated when I'm coming to join. I will be having guests come on soon. It's just that people living a busy life right now. A lot of people were stuck in the snow and everything, which is fine. But yeah, but I'm definitely looking for some women guests to come on to get their point of view and everything like that. Because man, it's always good to have men and women share their point of view because it's very different though. Because a woman is never going to think like us, and we never going to think like a woman. Like we up and down, women's mind move all over the place though. But that's a subject for a whole another day though. But yeah, y'all, the main thing I was really talking about when I was saying when the best time to take relationships serious in your lifetime is basically having yourself established and know what you want and knowing what you can deal with and know what your deal breakers is and knowing what you is about and knowing if you're ready and serious about it though. And that's and let me add another thing is like when both this goes for both genders, like when women carrying babies young and men allowing themselves to come with a baby young, think about it like this: you can't focus on getting your full value up like that. Like, okay, babies is cool, but that's why you need to be married and make sure y'all both fully established and both of y'all ready for that kind of lifestyle though, because babies is a big game changer though. Babies like not saying now they good to have around, but at the same time, if you ain't ready, oh man, you gonna have a harder lifetime, and then them the same men. I mean, same definitely same men or same women that's looking for another significant other just because they ain't work out with their baby mom or baby dad. So just think of it like this. That's why I said make sure you fully established with your significant other and have a kid with your significant other, not this where almost like random persons because that break you down more mentally and physically. Well, not physically, but more mentally too for the next one though. So make sure you just carry yourself right. Make sure you just keep self improving like 1% every day on yourself. Like, okay, you know, this yesterday you did one thing, you know, you could have did a little better the following day. Make sure you actually do it better though. Like, make sure you chime in and know what to look for. I'm gonna use a gym example as like, okay, I did all my workout good, but I struggle a little bit in this one exercise. Well, that's the one you gotta focus and get stronger at. Like each that's where anything like the most weak areas where you should be focusing on your most strength at. That's how you grow as a person in general though. But man, y'all, I'm on here about good old almost 50 minutes, y'all. I had a good Wednesday discussion with y'all. I appreciate the ones who came on, the ones who didn't come on yet. When you do see this in your news feed, just go ahead and rewatch it though. Man, y'all, I'm gonna get more active for my Instagram, and then this ain't live on YouTube, but this will be uploaded on YouTube. Now, man, I appreciate the ones who came on here and seen this though. But yeah, this is about all I got for y'all. Thank you all for everything. Well, I will be on here for these kind of topics next week, Wednesday, but you never know. Tune in too, because sometimes I might just have an open discussion, and that could be at any time, at any day of the week. I might just come on here and give my open discussion, or I might have another guest to actually. I might have a guest to actually host a conversation that's really interesting though, and at the same time, y'all still want to chime in for this though because see, I got what I know, and then I got people around me. They got what they know, and then that can make an interesting stream because everybody want to know a little bit of everything sometimes, especially like in different interesting topics though. So man, we gonna make this interesting though. But man, I appreciate everybody on here though. Much love to y'all. Man, I'll be back next week Wednesday. I don't know the exact date, but I'll be back next week Wednesday though. And I'm gonna have the title nice and ready for y'all. All right, peace, y'all. Have a good night, everybody.